Tria Jones is a widowed mother of 4 from North Philadelphia. She's 39 years old and hoping to become a registered nurse, but the cost of the college credits she needs has been tough on her budget.
It's an old saying that the older folks use is you're trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. And that is the correct analogy that has been going on.
She still has loans from getting lower-level nursing certifications at another college.
My first time around trying to attempt to go to school, I wasn't taught how loans work. I wasn't taught how even financial aid worked. And I let the counselor there just do whatever. And unfortunately, if you aren't careful as a student and you aren't informed, things can be taken advantage of.
Now, she feels like it's do or die.
Deferment is no longer an option. Like, I have to graduate May 2020 with my associates so I can get out there and get to work because we're getting to the wire.
In theory, community colleges in Pennsylvania exist to serve students like Tria.
The community colleges were formed as a result of a statute passed by the legislature in 1963. In it, the goal was that the state would contribute 1/3 towards the operating costs of a community college. The local sponsor would contribute another 1/3, and then the final 1/3 would be contribution from students through tuition.
But over time, that goal hasn't materialized. According to most recent records, the average breakdown of community college funding in Pennsylvania currently goes like this: 26% from the state, 13% from localities, and 56% from students. That's far from the shared third model that was imagined.
The only other source of revenue we have is student tuition. And so tuition has gone up as a result of that.
As a result, Pennsylvania has a much higher average tuition rate than the national average, and it's also higher than every border state. In its most recent budget, the PA lawmakers did not increase funding for the operating budgets of community colleges, and advocates say the pressure on especially low-income students has grown unsustainable.
Students that are homeless, we have students that, are food insecure, and so those tuition raises make it impossible for some people to continue.
The students have to take out loans just to purchase books, not to say that we just want to go to class, but we have to take out loans to purchase books. I recently had to take out a loan not from being homeless.
Most community colleges in counties with above-average poverty also have above-average tuition, and community colleges in more affluent counties tend to have more affordable tuition. For students in Philadelphia, that's a tough pill to swallow.
I think it's a trickle-down effect. So like the college doesn't get enough money, and then certain programs suffer.
No, I work to maintain my independence. Unfortunately, I don't have family. I transitioned to Philadelphia at the age of 21, seeking independence. I went straight from my mother's house to a homeless shelter.
Only one day off is Sundays. Monday through Thursday is my school throughout the whole day, and then Friday and Saturday is my only 2 days I work outside.
I have a lot of friends who stopped coming after like the first semester simply because like college takes too long. In other words, they'd much rather go and work full-time and be able to live on their own.
The financial aid available does not keep up with the cost of tuition for many struggling students, and the largest grants and scholarships rarely cover added costs like living expenses and books, which can be expensive at the in-house bookstore.
But the school has a system where if you receive financial aid money, you cannot purchase books anywhere but the school bookstore, which normally turns a full-time student into a part-time student if they just solely rely on that grant.
Through local funding from the county and the school's foundation, Bucks County Community College has kept its tuition below average.
I'm at a point in my life where I have an entire family to take care of, a lot of time accumulated elsewhere. So a community college just seemed like the right place for me as opposed to, going to a big expensive school. We live in Philadelphia, so we pay an out-of-county fee up here at Bucks County Community College. But we were more than willing to pay that out of community. It still ended up being around the same price.
We'd also like to provide some additional support services for our students. We have students here in Bucks County who are food insecure, who are housing insecure. And we'd like to be able to support those students with something other than just moral support.
If I didn't have a lovely mother to take me in, I would technically be a homeless student as well, because I'm not able to afford the rent at the current time.
Other students are not so lucky and are left wondering if leaders in state and local government understand their struggle.
I think the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I think that for a long time we have gotten along to get along, because it's like, oh, at least we have this, we can work with this. But there comes a time, like I said, where the tipping point comes and it's just enough is enough. We're not asking for more. We're asking for just what we deserve and what was promised.